Assalamu alaikum. Student, today our topic is on digestive system. Digestion is a process in which breakdown of complex molecule into much simpler molecule that can be absorbed into blood and transported to all parts of our body tissue and cell where energy is required for cell to do their work and for their life. So we draw elementary canal. This is nasal cavity. This is oral cavity. Oral cavity consists on lips, teeth, tongue, and the glands. Teeth that help in tearing and chewing of food and break large complex molecule of food into small molecule with the help of the teeth. This process is called mastication. Mastication. Tongue that also help in food mastication. Cheeks also help in food mastication. After mastication, food is moist with the help of the glands. This is air. Behind the air are parotid glands. Parotid gland is a big gland that secretes saliva. Under the tongue is sublingual gland. Lingual gland. And under the jaws is submandible gland. Submandible gland. Six gland is present in the form of three pairs. One pair is parotid gland, one pair is sublingual gland, one pair is submandible gland. So six glands is present in the form of three pairs. These glands secrete saliva with the help of the duct. This saliva is transported with the help of the duct. So this gland is called exocrine glands. Exocrine glands secrete saliva and transport saliva with the help of the duct. Endocrine glands transported with the help of the blood. So this is called exocrine gland and exocrine secretion. After the fluid moist with the help of the saliva. Saliva consists on 98% of the water. When food is moist after mastication and with the help of the salivary glands is also called accessory digestive organ that help in the process of the digestion. Now food change into in the form of the bolus. This is called food bolus. and this area is called pharynx. And the process of solving of food is called deglutations. Now after deglutation, here deglutation is formed. Deglutation is a process of solving of food. Now food is present in pharynx. Pharynx is common for air and food pipe. Now pharynx is divided into two pipe. Pharynx is divided into two pipe. First is air pipe. Air pipe is called larynx. And second is food pipe is called esophagus. When food come near the air pipe, so for the prevention of food bolus entering into the larynx, a lead is present above the air pipe. This lead is called epiglottis. And the opening of the larynx is called glottis. Glottis. When food touch the epiglottis, these lead automatically close the opening of the air pipe. So food enter into the esophagus instead of the larynx. Due to lead or epiglottis close the opening glottis of the air pipe. When food touch the epiglottis, food touch the epiglottis, air pipe is close the air pipe as a lead, and food bolus enter into the esophagus. Esophagus is a food pipe. After these food bolus move forward with the help of the movement is called peristalsis movement. Peristalsis movement is a continuous contraction of the wall of the esophagus. Wall of the esophagus muscles continuously contract like this, like that. When they continuously contract, food move forward. Like this. Continuously contract. Food move forward. This continuously contractions of the wall of the esophagus, this process is called peristalsis. Now food move from the esophagus and enter into food bolus, stomach. Stomach. Food, stomach, neck, consists on the sphincter. Name is cardiac sphincter. Sphincter. They help in the backflow of the food into the esophagus. When food come near the when food bolus come near the sphincter, they automatically relax themselves and bolus enter into the stomach. And after the after the entrance of bolus into stomach, these sphincter automatically contract themselves for the backflow, for the prevention of the backflow of the food into the esophagus. And it consists on the contractile muscles. Now food enter into the stomach. This is stomach. Stomach consists on the three parts. Upper part of stomach is called fundus. Middle part is called body, and lower part is called pylorus. Stomach consists on the pits, gastric pits. These gastric pits release the gastric juice that help in the digestions of the food. Now we draw the gastric pits like this, like this. I have drawn one big for your. Okay, these gastric pits consist of the cells, numerous cells, like that. The cell present near the gastric pit neck is called mucus secreting cell. Mucus secreting cell. Mucus secreting cells secrete mucus that prevent the wall of the stomach from bacteria, from acids. So mucus secreting cells secrete mucus. Mucus is thick layer and prevent the wall of the stomach from ulcer, infection of the bacteria that present in the food. So second type of the cell is the like this, pink in color, because this cell secrete the name of this cell is called parietal. Name of this cell is parietal cell. Parietal cell. Parietal cell secrete the hydrochloric acids, HCl, hydrochloric acid. And third type of the cell is the blue in color. Third type of the cell is chief cell. chief cell. Okay, chief cell secrete the pepsinogen. 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 Okay. And last cell is G cell. G cell secrete the gastrin. Gastrin. Gastrin that help in the digestion of the food. So, four type of the cell is present in the wall of the stomach, gastric pits. Mucus secreting cells secrete the mucus that and parietal cell secrete the hydrochloric acid HCl, and the chief cell secrete the pepsinogen. Pepsinogen is inactive form of protein, inactive protein inactive protein. When these pepsinogen release into the stomach body in active form in the presence of the hydrochloric acid, these pepsinogen become active in the form of the pepsin. Pepsin is active form of protein. And now this pepsin digest the protein, and hydrochloric acid also help in the uncoiling of protein. Protein is a complex structure, tertiary structure in form hydrochloric acid open this structure and increase the surface area for digestion, and increase the surface area for enzymes working. So, in the presence of the hydrochloric acid, inactive form of protein pepsinogen now become active pepsin. Why protein release in active form? Because wall of the stomach is also made up of protein. Protein contribution is present in the wall of the stomach. If these protein release in the form of the active, they also digest wall of the stomach. Self digestion of the stomach can take place, and ulcer of the stomach take place, ulcer of the duodenum take place. That's why protein also release in the form of the pepsinogen in active form in the stomach. So food now partially digested and partially is absorbed. This is fundus, and fundus part of the stomach. This is body part, and this is pylorus. And pylorus, near the pylorus, at the end of the pylorus, another sphincter is present. The name of this sphincter is pylorus sphincter. What is role of this sphincter? It contract and relax when food is come near the sphincter. The sphincter automatically relax and pass these food, and when food is passed through out from the sphincter, they are automatically contract them and close the close the passage of food. Now after when food is digested from the stomach, now bolus bolus change into in the form of the chyme. Now bolus is become chyme. chyme. Now chyme enter into the first part of the small intestine. First of the part of small intestine is called duodenum. Duodenum. This is duodenum, first part of the small intestine. And now chyme enter into the small intestine. Near this above the small intestine is a liver, and in C-shaped small intestine is another accessory organ is present that help in the digestions of the food is pancreas. Pancreas is present here. This is head, body and tail of the pancreas. Pancreas consists on the ducts, pancreatic ducts. These pancreatic ducts consist on the cluster of the cell, exocrine cell. The name of this cell is called acinar. A cluster of the cell is called acini, and single cell is called acinar, like this. Acinar cell. A cluster of this cell is called acini. Now this is acinar cell. What is name? Acinar. That secrete the digestive enzyme in active form. Digestive enzyme. Acinar cell. This is exocrine cell. Like this trypsinogen. Trypsinogen is inactive form of protein, and like lipase, trypsinogen is an active form of protein, and enzyme and lipase is that help in digestions of the lipid, and amylase that help in the digestions of the carbohydrates, sugar, bread, rice, protease that help in the digestions of the protein. Ase. Ase mean enzyme. So these acinar cells secrete exocrine enzymes because these enzymes transported with the help of the duct. Transported with the help of the duct to their target cell. So these acinar cell of the pancreas secrete enzymes that help in the food digestions. Now these enzyme is secreted with the help of the pancreatic duct. Now these pancreatic duct is also combined with the another duct is uh, liver duct, like this larger organ liver is present. Liver secrete bile. Bile consists on the cholesterol, salts, water. Liver secrete bile. This is hepatic duct, right hepatic duct, left hepatic duct, and this now become common hepatic duct, and these common hepatic duct open into the gallbladder. This is gallbladder that store the bile, and this is the cystic duct that attach with the gallbladder. This is the hepatic duct. And this is common hepatic duct, and now this is common bile duct. This common bile duct open into the pancreatic duct and join with the pancreatic duct. Okay, join with the pancreatic duct. Now bile is released when bile requirement is need. Bile is released through the gallbladder and enter into the pancreatic duct. This is pancreatic duct. Main pancreatic duct, and these duct open into the duodenum, first part of the small intestine. Now these duct that open into duodenum now is called the hepatopancreatic ampulla. Hepatopancreatic ampulla. The name of this duct that carry two in that carry two things. One is pancreatic enzymes, other is liver bile, and join to form a hepatopancreatic ampulla and secrete these things into the duodenum. Duodenum is a first part of the small intestine. Duodenum. Okay. Now this is called duodenum, first part of the small intestine. So a small intestine wall consists on the cells. This is called cells. Cells is called enteroendocrine cell. endocrine cell. Endocrine mean these cell secretes hormones. Exocrine secretes enzymes, but endocrine secretes hormones. Enteroendocrine cells secretes two type of the hormone. First is secretin. Enteroendocrine cells secretes two types of the hormone. First is secretin and other is CCKs, cyclocystine cyclocystokinin, CCK, cyclocystokinin. These two types of the hormones roles take place in livers and pancreas. When chyme enter into the small intestine, first part is duodenum. Now these cell secretes enteroendocrine cell secretes CCK hormone directly go to their target gallbladder and contract gallbladder immediately, and this gallbladder release bile into the pancreas duct. And on the other hand, these CCK stimulate these acinar cells of the pancreas. These acinar cells simultaneously secretes these digestive enzymes, trypsinogen, protein digestive enzymes, but these are all inactive enzymes. Proenzymes is inactive enzymes. These proenzymes forward with the help of the ducts and enter into the hepatopancreatic ampulla duct and enter into this duodenum wall. So pancreatic enzymes, pancreatic juice and bile juice, both these enter into the duodenum. No, both juice enter into duodenum. Now these pancreatic juice become active in the duodenum with the help of the another enzyme that present on the wall of this cell. This name of these enzymes is enterokinase. Kinase. Okay, these enterokinase activate these pancreatic enzymes, proenzymes, inactive enzymes. These enterokinase enzymes activate them, and these activate enzymes now digest these chyme. Secondly, digestion take place in the duodenum. So secretin role, what role of the secretin hormone? Secretin hormone stimulate another type of the cell in the pancreas. This cell is called duct cell because they attach with the duct. This duct cell is secrete bicarbonate ion, CO3, bicarbonate ion. When secretin is target on duct cells. Duct cells secrete bicarbonate and bicarbonate and move with the help of this duct and enter into the duodenum. This bicarbonate and role is that they neutralize the acidity. Acids is present in the chyme, and this acid may damage the wall of the duodenum. Duodenum ulcer may be produced, but these bicarbonate ion neutralize acidity of the chyme. Now food become neutralized because duodenum wall mucus is not present. Mucus secreting cells is not present in duodenum wall. Mucus layer is absent, like this stomach. That's why secretin hormones release the bicarbonate and from duct cells of the pancreas that neutralize the acidity of the food. So after small intestine, first part of the duodenum, second part is the jejunum. Jejunum, and third part is the ileum. And a jejunum and ileum consist on the 90% absorption take in the small intestine. Absorptions of the food take in the small intestine, but 10% take in the stomach and 10% take in the large intestine. So small intestine consists the circular fold like this. Small intestine wall consists on the circular fold. The circular fold increase the surface area of the digestion. The circular fold consists the layers, walls. The circular fold made up of the mucosa layer. Mucus. This is mucosa. The circular fold made up of the mucosa layer. And under the mucosa is submucosa. Submucosa carry the arteries, veins, lymphatic ducts. System is carries throughout with these submucosa. Pass throughout with this submucosa. And another type of the cell like circular muscles and the longitudinal muscles is present in the small intestine wall, and an end layer is the serosa. The circular longitudinal muscles contract and peristalsis movement take place and food move forward. And serosa is the end layer of the small intestine. Serosa mean visceral layer that help in the that prevent the regression, that prevent the and that secrete the mucus, water-like material for the preventions of the cells to cell regression. So circular fold consists on the another type of the fold is called villi, consist on the numerous folds, villi. These villi also increase the area for the absorptions and digestion. These villi consist on the another type of the cells is called microvilli, but microvilli. These villi consist on the small type of the another type of the projection is called microvilli, and these villi like this is consist on the intestinal crypts, intestinal crypts. This is crypts, intestinal crypts. These intestinal crypts secretes the cells. This is also called stem cells, consist on the stem cells. This stem cell name is enterocyte cell. Enterocytes cells. These enterocyte cells are called goblet cells. These stem cells is mitotic in nature. They mitotically divide, and when they mitotically divide, when they reach at the top of at the apex top of these villi, these all cells start degenerating after 5 days. After 5 days, these all cells start degenerate, and after 5 days, new young cells start divide mitotically, and when they reach at the top of the villi, after 5 days, they start degenerate like this. A small intestine wall replace their wall after 5 days. These enterocyte cells made after 5 days and degenerate after 5 days, and degeneration of the cell and death of the cell, programmed cell death, is called apoptosis. This process is called apoptosis, programmed cell death. Apoptosis and the programmed cell death take place after 5 days, and after 5 days new cell mitotically divides and older cells death take place and new cells generate after 5 days. This process is called apoptosis. If in the small intestine apoptosis not take place, stomach problem, small intestine problem take place. So these enterocyte cells consist on the small projection like structure is called microvilli, like this. Each enterocyte cell consists on the 3000 of the macrovilli. 30,000 macrovilli is present on each enterocyte cells. This enterocyte cells is a microvilli, and they form the brush border-like structure. So these microvilli This is a circular fold, and this is circular fold, this is villi, and this is microvilli. Circular fold, villi, and microvilli. Now these macrovilli consist on the enzymes. The end stage of the digestion take place in macrovilli. Macrovilli made up of the phospholipid layers. Macrovilli made up of the phospholipid layer. So macrovilli made up the phospholipid layer. These phospholipid layer cannot prevent the passage of the glucose, carbohydrates, proteins, but they allow pass only fat. So these macrovilli consist on the made up of the phospholipid layer, and they consist on the enzymes and protein like enzymes attached on the wall of the microvilli. These protein like enzymes help in the passage of the carbohydrates, proteins, and also digestion take place, and stage of the digestion take place with this macrovilli enzymes. We also name this brush border enzymes because brush border like structure is formed here. Brush border enzymes like sucrase, maltase, and sucrase like glucose plus fructose, and maltase glucose plus glucose, and lactase glucose plus galactose. So these enzymes sucrase, maltase, lactase, they digest the carbohydrates in the form of the glucose, fructose, and glucose galactose, and these digested product enter into the villi, and also fat is easily passed through the wall of the phospholipid of the microvilli, and digested carbohydrates, proteins also passed with the help of these enzymes, brush border enzymes, and also end product digestion take place through these with the help of these enzymes on the wall of the macrovilli. And but fat is not digest. This is fat in yellow color. Fat globule is formed. This fat globule is called chylomicron. These fat globule also surround with the small amount of the protein and fat. Large amount fat is present in this chylomicron. These chylomicron enter out these villi into the circular fold. These chylomicron from the macrovilli to villi to circular fold. These chylomicron. This is a fat globule, and also small amount of the protein is surround them for easily digestions of this fat. So these chylomicron enter into the circular fold. Consists the capillaries, veins, and the lymphatic vessels. The circular fold layer is submucosa. Submucosa is consist on the this is the Lacteals is small vessels of the lymphatic vessels. Lymphatic vessels, lacteal is small vessels of the lymphatic system. This lacteal carries these fat globule chylomicron, and these lacteal open into the lymph node. Lacteal open into the lymph node. Sorry, lymphatic vessels. These lacteal open into the large lymphatic vessels, and the and these red blood arteries surround these lacteal. Arteries carry oxygenated blood, and arteries change into the veins. This vein system, this vein is called hepatoportal vein. Hepatic portal vein carries these deoxygenated blood toward the liver. Hepatic portal vein, and the lacteal vein, and the lymphatic vessels. This is lacteal is a small vessels of the lymphatic vessels. Now these lymphatic vessels also carry toward the livers for storing of these cholesterol into the gallbladder. So this is veins, hepatic veins, hepatic portal veins carry toward the livers, and the lymphatic vessels carry toward the liver. So deoxygenated blood and the chylomicron fat globule enter into the liver, and these liver store these chylomicron in the form of the gallbladder, and vein system is after the capillaries of the liver. Vein change, and here the oxygenation take place, and and the hepatic arteries, from the hepatic arteries oxygenated blood enter into the heart. Too much lengthy lecture become. So hope you understand. Fat is enter into the livers, and the veins, deoxygenated blood enter into the liver. So after the small intestine, this part is jejunum, and end part of the small intestine, and part of the small intestine is called ileum. And part of the small intestine is called ileum, and the ileum and jejunum and digestions and absorptions of the food take place here. Ileum open into the first part of the large intestine is called colon. Large intestine is another name is colon. Ileum open into the colon. First part of the large intestine is called cecum. Cecum is called ascending colon. Ascending colon that go upward. and this is transfer colon, that present in the transfer form, and this is descending colon, this transfer colon, and this is a descending colon that go downward, and end part of this is sigmoidal colon in S-shaped form. Sigmoid colon. At the end is rectum, and the anus. Rectum and the anus is the end part and the opening of the rectum. So absorptions, water absorptions take place in the colon, large intestine, water absorptions and nutrients absorptions take place in these large intestine parts, and the large intestine is mostly toxic because bacteria is present in the large intestine. Feces become more concentrated when water absorption take place. Feces become more concentrated at the end of this construction. Feces become more concentrated with the absence of the water, because water is absorbed from the wall of the large intestine. Now concentrated feces is go out through this anus from out the body. So this is our today lecture. Too much lengthy become. Hope you understand it. One thing is present here. I have revised you. Here in the stomach, chyme is produced, chyme is formed. In the esophagus, bolus is formed. After digestions, bolus change into chyme. Chyme is formed, and in small intestine, these chyme become more efficiently digested with the help of the gallbladder and the pancreatic enzymes. And here more end product digestion take place in the small intestine part of the jejunum and ileum, and chylomicron is formed. Chylomicron is a globule of the fat, and these fat enter into the lymphatic vessels, lacteal to lymphatic vessels, and these lymphatic vessels carry fat, because fat is not digested completely, and this fat is go throughout with the help of these lacteal lymphatic vessels into the liver and venous system. Also deoxygenated blood is carried out with the help of these veins, hepatic portal veins enter into the liver. At the end, these digested product become more efficiently absorption take place at the end of the large intestine. Water is absorbed, and this digested product change into form of the feces. Concentrated form is feces, and this feces is go out through this part of the large intestine from the rectum throughout the body. First thing is here at the end, pancreas consists on the two types of the hormones. Pancreas consists of two type of the hormones. Next lecture we made it, but we partially I describe you. Pancreas consists on the two types of the cell, like this. 99% of the pancreas consists on the exocrine cells like acinar cells, but 1% pancreas consists on the islets 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 of Langerhans. These islets consist on the beta and alpha cells. Alpha cells is present here, and beta cells is present on the middle. These alpha and beta cells is endocrine glands, endocrine cells, because they secretes the hormones. These endocrine cells secrete two type of the hormones, insulin and glucagon. Insulin is released. Beta cells release insulin. Beta cells release insulin when the amount of the carbohydrates, like bread, rice, amount of the carbohydrates in blood is become high. Then beta cells of the pancreas release insulin. Target on the livers and muscles, and liver and muscles carries these large amount of the carbohydrates from the blood, and store this blood in the form of the polypeptide chain, polysaccharides chain store this polysaccharides chain, and muscles also store these glucose in the form of the polysaccharides chain. When in the blood glucose concentration is high, when in the blood glucose concentration or carbohydrates concentration has become high, carbohydrate, that cause blood sugar is high in the blood. Then pancreas beta cells secretes hormones insulin store these carbohydrates in the form of the polysaccharides in the muscles and in the liver. When carbohydrates concentration in the liver is low, in the blood is low, carbohydrate concentration in the blood is low, then the cells, pancreas islet cells, alpha